I'm here to tell you about this week's Friday Fabric Features collection. These are the fabrics that will go live tomorrow, Friday at 10 a.m. Central on our website at thriftynotion.com. So this week's collection is called Lost at Sea, and the names are inspired by the Greek mythology and all of the gods and goddesses related to the ocean because, you know, we like the deep cuts around here. So let's get started. First up, this is a brushed satin, which I had never heard of, but that's what this is. It is a synthetic, and it is a satin, which means very shiny, really fluid drape on this. This is so soft. It is not like smooth and silky the way normally satin feels. This is it's just really soft. It's also smooth and silky, but also soft. Hard to describe. Really feels nice. So undergarments out of this would be amazing, like a negligee or a slip or even a bra, all kinds of lovely things. Really, really, really pretty. And, you know, basic cream color, so pretty versatile as well. Spruce it up with lace and embellishments or whatever, all kinds of potential. This next one is called Narrates Kissing. It's a poly rayon blend with kind of it's almost like a faux silk texture. It has lots of slubbiness to the weave of this one. Pretty fluid. Again, a really fun, floaty, romantic kind of fabric. Very soft palette on this. I thought this was the back side of the fabric, but this is actually lint. This is actually the front. So it's a very light pastel, pretty, pretty fabric. Dresses, probably skirts or dresses from this one. You could do a shirt. I personally am feeling very sweaty this time of year, so the thought of wearing something that's not 100% natural fiber is not my thing, but if you're not as bothered or you're working indoors and have lots of air conditioning, then you won't have a problem and you can make a shirt out of this. I'm too old to deal with that nonsense anymore. Okay, we have one smallish piece of this gorgeous watery silk. This is called Silla Storming. There's just enough for one person, so if you are interested in this, jump on it. Great for things like little cropped shirts. You can use it for home dec. You could also do it for things like undergarments, corsetry. It is fairly stiff body, so it would work for things that are a little more tailored as far as undergarments. You can make some very, very pretty things out of this. If you were to use it in, like, if you wanted to make underwear like panties or briefs out of it, you would need to add some stretchy panels somewhere, but you could definitely work this into that whole situation. It would be very pretty. So small items out of this one, but well worth it. It's gorgeous. This one, lucothia, in the same basic color as that silk. This is a faux suede, so it is a synthetic, super duper soft, really feels nice. And it's this gorgeous color. So you can do things that you would do with suede, like elbow patches or bags. You can also do things like vests or jackets, or you could do pants. I personally wouldn't do pants out of this because my thighs touch and the friction might be a bit much for me because this texture is gonna make some friction. But if you are one of those people whose thighs don't touch, make yourself some pants. Skirt could also be done for those of us who have the thighs that touch. Our thighs are just friendlier with each other. It's fine. It takes all kinds of people, right? All right, so that's our faux suede. I'm saving this one for last because it's my favorite. All right, next up, some more of that lovely vintage Seal Peterson fabric. So this one is very, very, very vintage. It's just a very simple lavender striped cotton. We don't have a ton of it. It also has lint because, you know, not only do we trade in fabric around here, we also throw in free lint with every purchase. So it is just a vintage cotton, lightweight, great for things like little tank tops. If you have some sort of vintage item like a quilt or other vintage thing that you need to patch or repair, this might be a good one to pick up. We don't have very much, it's just a little piece, but you can either get something like a sleeveless blouse out of this or use it in quilting or other vintage repair type projects. You could also just cut it up and make some cute napkins or hand towels out of it. Just, you know, cotton, very useful. Another vintage cotton from Seal. This one we have a little bit more yardage and more lint because, you know, just a really fun shirting. It's cotton shirting, weight, very lightweight and sheer and breezy and comfortable for summertime. So you could probably get a dress out of this if you wanted to. I'm all about the sleeveless things because, again, sweaty, don't like it. This is another vintage fabric from Seal. This is a cotton chintz, and chintz is a polished fabric, polished cotton usually. So one side is polished and shiny. It's used for home deck. You put it on things like dining room chair cover cushions, cushion covers, and it's a little bit food proof, I guess. It's also used for things like draperies. There's not very much here. You can also wash it. When you wash it, that shiny finish on it kind of goes away and you can just use it as regular cotton. So things like quilting or other clothing items you can do with this as well. This one's called After Odysseus. This is the last of our Seal Peterson cottons for this week. So it is 36 inches wide. It is just a woven stripe, kind of forest green cotton, a little more like a heavier medium weight. So you could do home deck with this, but because it's cotton, you can do just about anything with it. You can make a very cute pair of shorts or overalls out of it. It's pretty sturdy. Things like tote bags, really anything you would use a lightweight denim for, you could do with this one. In fact, the back side kind of has more of a texture to it. The front side is smoother, so it's also, you could reverse it and do some interesting things with the texture of this weave. It's kind of a fun vintage fabric. We don't really see stuff like this anymore. They don't make it like this anymore. Okay, next we have this really pretty watercolor floral. It's called Birth of Aphrodite. This is a synthetic, kind of a faux silk again, kind of this slubby texture to it, and lots of drape. Very pretty. Things like skirts would just be absolutely gorgeous out of this. Personally, again, for temperature modulation purposes, I would only wear it as a skirt because you get some ventilation with a skirt. If you make a shirt or dress out of this, you will be warm because polyester doesn't really breathe very well. So keep that in mind, but very, very pretty fabric and very breezy. So if you make something loose fitting, you'll be fine. Or sleeveless, you know, ventilation, it's important. More important as you get to be my age, but you know, that's me. All right, last one, my favorite. This one's a little bit complicated. It is a blend. It's 50% polyester, 40% rayon, and 10% linen because gotta squeeze some linen in there somewhere. But look at this color. I love this print. I love this just sort of blue wash that it has over it. Nice drape. That linen really does make a difference. You wouldn't think 10% would make that big of a difference, but it does. It reads as a real 100% linen. Has sort of that linen-y drape to it, and you can do all of the summery things with this one. You can also do home deck. It is a nice kind of chunky, sturdy fabric, so it'll hold up to a little bit of wear and tear. But things like dresses and skirts would be great out of this. You could also do some shorts, although it is fairly sheer up to the light, so you might want to line those, but they would be very cute, very romantic. That is the final fabric for the week. Happy sewing!